Right, okay, I haven't done a video in a while, apologies for that firstly. Mainly again, just been busy and it is hard to keep up with the YouTube demand. However, we are back and as promised, I'm going to do a video on my new bike, the Rooster, as the kids like to call it, but that's what we're going to call it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and again I'll obviously continue to build the content even if it's a little bit slower. I promise to bring you some more. Right then, so as I promised then over on Instagram, I'm going to do a quick overview on my bike, so my On-One Free Ranger from Planet X. Yeah, just going to go over it, what's in my bags, what I'm carrying, and just talk about the upcoming challenge, which is the GBDURO 21. It is here, finally! Can't wait. Honestly, cannot wait. The smile's only going to get bigger as we go along, but we'll do a quick overview of the bike itself, and then I'll go into my bags, bits of kit. The only thing I haven't got is obviously what I'm going to be wearing on the day here now, and yeah, just my little vest, which is currently upstairs and just ready to sort out. But that's, I can talk through those few items anyway. Okay then, so the bike that I'm going to be using this year for the GBDURO is, as I mentioned before, my On-One Free Ranger, known as the Rooster, or Rooster the Rocket, by my kids. So that's what I'm probably going to end up calling it as I'm riding along, shouting at myself. Anyway, yeah, so On-One Free Ranger. The wheels I've got on there then, same as to what I used last year and have been using, but this is just a new set. As my last set got damaged and Wiggle kindly replaced them, so thank you so much for that, Wiggle. But they are the Prime Audaxes with the dynamo there, which is I can't remember. Oh, it's a 6 volt 3 watt dynamo. It's a Prime hub. I think it's just a standard Taiwan made one, but it works really well. It worked well for me last year, so fingers crossed again. I have no issues with that. Wheels are decked out then with my trusty Panel Racer Gravel King SKs. Can't believe I didn't get brand ambassador, by the way, for Panel Racer UK. What's all that about? Anyway, both a set of brand new tyres, tubeless as always. In there I've got some foam inserts, they've called anacondas, however you say it. And that's just to hopefully reduce the fact that if I do get a puncture, they don't go down really quickly and damage the rims, etc. And that's what they're designed for. Again, sealants in there. And I've capped them off with some nice, as you can see, those Chris King micro tool valves. I think they look really nice for starters. And secondly, they're useful because they've got a spoke key and a valve removing core. So both of those things really useful. Okay then, so moving on from my wheels then, I'm actually running the SRAM Force group set, one by again as the last year. I just think it's just less baff in my opinion. I've actually managed to get a 38 tooth. I had a 40 tooth on the front last year. I was carrying all that extra weight on Billy, and yeah, I had a 40 tooth, but now I've got a 38. So I wanted the 36, didn't have them in stock. The evergreen issue and everything else, pandemic, etc., has obviously caused dramas with shipping and stuff. So stick with the 38, happy days. Set on the back then, so 11 to 42. Yeah, happy. I mean, you know, you're always going to want bigger, but that's what I've got. You know, that's going to get me up and down those hills. It will do. I could do it last year with less gears. I'm sure I can do it this year with more gears. Yeah, better pedals this year. These are just some ones I actually also got from Planet X, their online store with parts, etc. I like it because they're just your normal SPD pedals, but they've got like a flat bit there, as you can see, so you can actually ride them in just a trainer. So if I had an issue again, braking issues, fingers crossed that doesn't happen again, then I should just be able to ride normally with normal footwear on. So that's quite useful. Happy with that. Moving around the bike then, just come up to my actual saddle. I'm sticking with the power saddle. I did look at some other things. I'm tempted by a Brooks saddle. A lot of people use them for ultra endurance stuff, but I've gone with what my bum knows. So the Specialized power saddle. Yeah, I just took that off one of the other bikes for now. That's what I'm going to go. So nice and wide to go with my wide seat bones. Moving forward, I've got some gravel specific flare bars. They're not quite as wide as the ones I had last year, but they're still pretty good. I've doubled them up with a prime bar tape, so they're nice and thick to reduce the shock. And they have actually got some tri bars on the top there, so I can rest my arms. And as you would have seen on Instagram, or if you haven't, then my bodge is made in the middle to mount my light, so it's dead central. I say bodge, I'm quite proud of it. It is an All Science and Sport tube, taped it up, strapped it, bit of extra tire on the end to hook on, squeezed in between them. It's now taped up and taped on, and it's now my mount for in the middle. So, because I couldn't think of anything else. I'm sure there's a specific thing. However, that's what I'm going to go with, and that's sitting up there with my tri-bars, armrests, and both lights, plus the quad lock there to obviously put my phone, etc. on there, on the top. So that's the cockpit area. Moving around my bike then, we'll talk about all the other bits and that. Quickly, just give it a once over in fact. So Altura tail bag, that's again slightly smaller, but my kit's a bit lighter than that this year. I've got this Zeffel top tube bag, 1.8 litre, it's quite big as you can see. But what's good about it is it's got a cable port on the other side, so running the cables in and out is going to reduce the chances of water getting in there and there being an issue. It's also got a screen on the top there, which I'll show you in a minute, and that's where my secondary computer is going to go. Got the Wahoo on the front, but that'll be my secondary one as backup. Didn't actually have a backup last year, so feel a bit better knowing that I've got two computers should I need it, which is useful. Outkit again, frame bag, same one as used last year. I can actually get a large one in here now, which is good. But currently I've just stuck with that because it has been ample. Lifeline front bag, as we've talked about in previous videos, really useful. Gets most of my sort of camping stuff, etc. in. And then I've got two like pod sacks. One is a pod sack, one's a red cycling one. At the bottom I've got my tool holder, and then I've got two a actual water bottle. My pump's on the other side as well. And then I've got my grey old filter there, which I'm going to use as a secondary water bottle. Don't know why I didn't do that last year, I just used to carry it. But that's actually what I'm going to use for a water bottle on there as well. Nicely held in there with my restrap straps, along with a couple of spare inner tubes, just on the outside there. Locks, tracker, a few bits and pieces, but now we'll get into the detail of what I've got in my bags. Okay, so we'll start with the front bag. I'll just lower it down ever so slightly, if I can. Just wedged in a bit. Yeah. Okay, so in my Lifeline front roll then, things that I'm carrying. Okay, so I've gone for my trusty jet boil. Again, it is large. Some people like to use smaller ones. Have toyed with a few ideas of it, but I know it works. It doubles up. I've got a cup there at the bottom to have a coffee in if I don't drink out the actual thing itself, and I trust it as well. I've also put my toiletries in there, and then I've got my. So let's pull the bike over. OEX Fox 1v2. There is smaller tents, probably lighter tents out there, but again, I've tested this, I like it, I get on with it, and it's bigger than what I used last year, so happy with that. That's my choice I'm going for. Got both of my sort of rolled shoes in there. They can pack down smaller, but they just slide in nice and light. Merrill sort of fold up shoes there, and I prefer them to taking sandals because it's just something to actually put my feet away in. And then finally in the front bag, currently I've got my roll mat. It's quite a small one, packs down quite small, and it's really good. And again, I've tested that in Scotland as well in the cold weather, so that's actually really useful. And that currently is pretty much it. I've actually got a light sat in front of that as well, my Comet, Moon Comet or what it's called, sat in front there. It's just a one to be seen. But that's all I'm carrying in there. Might put a few ration meals in there for the first couple of days, so it just saves me stopping in the evening, etc. But other than that, that's pretty much complete. Okay, then may as well cover off what I've got in my centre bag then. So we'll go this side to start with in the out kit bag. Things I'm carrying, Allen key, obviously that's for the wheels, just having the spare one, that's so I have to get a bits out. Spare rubber bungs there, things like purification tablets, and allergy tablets and stuff in there. Lots of cable ties, spare rear hanger
and also spokes, and my something lightweight titanium sport glass, mission critical obviously for eating any sort of hot food on the move. But yeah, that's not a lot in that side. Mainly sort of flat pack items. It isn't it's not a dual sided bag. It's just a single side for each pouch, and that's a small on that side for the sort of thinner parts. Sort that out properly later. Right. Other side then. I nearly forgot to put this in. Thank you, Jake, for reminding me. Mosquito head net. I got mine down about that. I've got two lot. I've got a small one of these in the second one, chamois cream, but to be honest, I'd rather carry it just so I don't get sore. This isn't that tiny, to be honest, yet. Just thrown it this morning. A few spare batteries, again more cream, and actually some patches there, just spares, even though I've got loads underneath. My second front light, that I could actually mount on there, so I could actually just carry it straight up there, but I'm going to keep it away just so it's not in the elements while I don't need it out. Cables, probably got too many cables, and the power bank that I'm taking with me. That's in a waterproof bag again, just to keep it a bit safer. Spare restrap straps, loo roll, critical sorts of things. Other little things, micro squirt. Thank you guys from GBDURO for sending me a few of them. Hydration tablets, just always good to have a few of them. And then last few bits in here, Leathermans, just because, like last year, my shoes broke, I had a knife and a multi-tool to fix things, little ratchet set and some hand warmers, and that is everything that's currently in that bag there. Right, so just move on to the top tube bag. Again, it's 1.8 from litres from Zeppel. I'll just unzip it, it zips down that side. Okay, see there, there's the screen there, you can put a phone in there, but I've obviously got my secondary computer in there, just because it, saves me having to get another mount put on there. I've just decided to mount it on there. Fully opens, it's got a couple of separate compartments that you can jostle around. And again, this isn't set in stone out how I'm gonna have it currently. Phone cable, head torch, and a bit of spare cash, just because it's important to have that. I'm actually going to take some headphones this year. I don't ever listen to any music or anything, but everyone keeps saying, try and listen to something. So I might listen to an audio book or something, or if I need to relax in the night, even if I can find it hard to sleep, I'll just take some headphones, give that a go. The actual cable that I'm going to use to power my kit. Don't know if you can see, but obviously it's inside a little waterproof bag there. That's the outlet port for the dynamo and USB charger, which sits inside there in its own little pouch, which is useful. Hand sanitizer, you got to have that this time. Heads, so my inhaler, got to take it with me just in case. And the last sort of thing, there is some sun cream. There is actually still loads of space in that for like snacks and things that I could put in there, but currently, that's the only couple of items I've got in there. So moving on to the two pod sacks, they're literally just going to have food in them, snacks and food, and might dump my phone in there. I end up moving my phone from my pocket to my them to on the top, so that's all that's going to be in there really. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So top tube bag, those ones, that's it. Right, we'll do the tail bag now. I'll pull it out, I needed to get the bits out of there anyway, so might as well pull it out. On the top then, currently I've just got my tracker, which is clipped on, which will go live tomorrow. So the 12th, Thursday the 12th, it goes live. So it's the tracker. And then I've got a couple of hip locks, the key there, and a Boba Fett mascot, because he won. On the back then, I've just got my exposure light on there. I've got another one as well to put with my kit, so I've got two of them running. Okay, fully waterproof bag, happy days. Okay, down jacket, that's what I need to wash, that can go there. That's my spare kit. It's my spare kit, it is that. So I've got my socks, top, trousers, etc. in there. just to change into, because I like having the fact that I've got full kit like last year. I want to be able to get out of everything that's wet if I am struggling in the bad weather. Lastly, my sleeping bag. So I've got the amount of equipment, ultra lightweight down one, packs down really small, and obviously fits in there nicely. I have tried it out. Hopefully that's more than enough for what I need. And just in case it's not, and I am finding it a bit cold, still undecided whether to take this. Because it is just an extra bit of something to carry, but it's my liner, so it's just like a linen liner for putting inside a sleeping bag. And that's all essentially I'm going to carry within there, so it's not a great deal within that bag at all, but really good sized bag, perfect for what I need. I think sort of finally on my bike to cover then is what I'm carrying in my tool roll. So without probably pulling it all out, essentially it's like layered up. I'll show you from the top if you can see that. But there you go. There you go. Loads of patches, loads of bungs. Got absolutely loads of bungs to put in the tyres, etc. 4 lots of spare brake pads. I've got a pair of new ones in already. A multi-tool for all different things. 2 gas canisters, and a little adapter. Levers, probably some cable ties, quick links, etc. I know some of you are thinking, chain. I have actually got a spare chain, and that's probably just going to go in one of these bags. I'm just going to put it in a waterproof bag so I can stretch out a bit easier and put it in there. But yeah, after last year and exploding a chain, I don't want that to happen again. So yeah, that's essentially what's in there. Other little things then, obviously the grey oil filter's going on there, water bottle on that side, with a pump sitting on the far side. I've actually got a slightly smaller pump this year, but I've tested it out from pumping my tyres up from flat, and it works absolutely fine, so should be no issues with that at all. Again, like I mentioned, covered in the tubes, just hiding, and that's pretty much it. That's kind of my bike as a oneer as it is. I mean, getting all this kit out now, I was going to do it about 3 or 4 times before I go anyway, so it's not a massive issue. But yeah, that's all I'm going to be carrying on my bike. On myself then, obviously I have my cycling kit on, and as I worn the GBS capes, I've got like, it's like what people use for running ultra marathons, but it's got a 500ml and a 500ml like bladder thing there and there, which I found really useful actually, because you can just sort of suck on them as you go. So I am going to be using them again, and the day sack that's on the back of it is more than enough to carry my food, my waterproof, and like the knee warmers, arm warmers, etc. They'll all go in my back as well in a waterproof bag. So I've got them, they're easy to get to, should I require them. Anyway, that's essentially it. That's pretty much all I've got, and I'm going to be carrying. Ordering food and water, which if I'm carrying food, obviously snacks as I mentioned there, and then any main sort of meals will go in my day sack as I'm carrying along. Much lighter than the 2020 version, because I'm not having to carry everything. It's not self-sustained, it's self-sufficient this year, which is a bonus. So if you do fancy coming out to dot watch, then, or follow the dot watch and come and see me, not just to look at the dots, but then yeah, come say hello. I really appreciate it. Bring food, because I will need it. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said before, please like and subscribe. And I will continue to do videos, updates, and I'll be Instagramming and streaming pretty much for the entirety of the GBDURO. Starts in a few days' time. It starts on Saturday, the 14th. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait to meet everyone. It's going to be a fantastic experience, and I will smile from start to finish. And this time, fingers crossed, touch wood, we'll get to the end with no major issues. Thanks again. Take care.